Blanking out again, is she? Okay, there she goes. Took it long enough to work. Morning, fellow zombies. Are we alive yet? Are we awake yet? It's 1:28 in the morning, West Coast time. It's the fourth. Correction. It is January 5th. That would be the mama being waken up and fussing. January 5th, 2025. Let me deal with she. I must be obeyed. Okay, before you get your knickers in an uproar, I didn't take her to the vet. I'm afraid of taking anybody to the doctor's office, let alone myself. Because I'm always expecting to hear the worst news of ever. You're healthy. I can deal with an unhealthy situation. I know my dog is old age and she's suffering through old age stuff. Creaky, uh, popping and locking joints. Like she's walking around cracking lackling like I am with my own damn joints. And she's also afraid of the dark. She is also afraid of being alone. Uh, she's just turned out to be a fearful, paranoid puppy. About 18, 19 years old. I've lost track. I've lost track of how long I've kept this precious puppy with me. And I'm grateful that I've got a lot of time spent with her in the first place. And I still got to get her to the vet to get her nails done. I don't get those things done. She has a hard time walking on the hard floor, trying to get to her water dish, or let alone to a pee spot. And yeah, I do go through a lot of costing regarding peeing for her. I mean, she's got the floor, and I got to keep that clean enough, or just order free. Hard, very hard. She uses it as a tracking method to get around these places. But I got pads all over the place, so I can just keep cleaning them up. But I put some draw sheets down. These kind of draw sheets that I've had for years. From a couple of ambulance runs a long time ago. You'd get a blanket on you. They'll charge you or charge your insurance company for the thing. One time use only. They come in handy, I'll tell you that much. So I'm using it for a cushion for her to get to her water dish and the food dish and to get to her pee pads. But after that, she stays in the bedroom and wants me in there all the time. When she's settled down and able to sleep, I can breathe a sigh of relief a little bit, maybe get some sleep or get work done. Speaking of which, I was going to be going over the information regarding my brother. I'm looking at my birth date coming up. I'm going to be turning and clicking over into 59 instead of 58. I had said this story many times on a lot of videos concerning about how my brother was looking at death and looking at life and freaking out at the age of 50, 10 years before he passed. How he was pissed off and terrified about it because his own research was indicating that the male line of the Camerons in our own genetic thing, well, they passed away after the age of 60. It's like they got a self-destruct mechanism. And my brother was fearful of it. He didn't want to die just yet. He still liked to live. And near the age of 50, he was having a condition fit regarding his life expectancy. He got pissed off about it all day. And David needed to go to a meeting. It was decided. I had to be chaperoned. So I chaperoned a guy. I could have just stayed home and did nothing. Nope. We had to go. I think it was Wednesday night. Yeah, it was Wednesday night. We went over to the man stag at our 12-step meeting hall, and he wanted to run the car right into the meeting hall and kill people and himself at the same damn time. He wasn't thinking straight. He was just snapping and snarking at people, including me on a text. I wondered how come, after I got out of the car when we arrived at the meeting hall, why he was so pissed. He didn't want to talk to me. I mean, he was cussing me out on a text. Showed it to a few guys. One of them came out there and tried to talk to him. Brought him around the back. They had discussion, and then I heard what he was talking about. And for the entire meeting, first portion of the meeting over there, we did the 12 steps, 12 traditions, the funds necessary to keep the place going, coffee portion of it, and that's when he was talked to at the car and then brought into the meeting. Took around the back, talked more, and then come back inside. And when they were about to share for the rest of the meeting, about 30 or 45 minutes, my brother took the entire time to pour everything else out. His fears, his phobia. At this point, it's not the phobia, it was the entire fear of this one. Fear of death. He could face a bullet, no problem. He could face combat. He was trained to be that way when he was in the military. The problem was, he'd been out of the military for a hell of a long while, and he wanted to live long enough to have a family. Unfortunately, that didn't happen for him. Neither for me either. But he was a little bit more calmer about it. But he learned that he could talk to other people, excluding me, about what was going on. He could talk to other people about it, but it would have been nice to get more and more insight what the hell was going on inside of his head half the time. I mean, shit, there have been times I had to tell him about what the hell was going on with me. You can live with a guy for so many years, for so long, and not know each other. You could be blood relatives, and your entire life you wouldn't know that particular person. Almost became a stranger on some occasions. That was my brother at times, and that was me also. I have to say it. I was a stranger to Ma and David half the time. We all had our hang-ups on that one, but no excuses on it. No excuses. So, this is a new year for 2025, and at the end of the month here, I've got an aunt's anniversary of her passing I got to deal with. I got a mortality birthday coming up. Natal birthday, they call it. But worse off, besides dealing with the school classes online starting up again, is I got to deal with an anniversary that I always have to go talking to a therapist about the entire month of February, because Ma's death is coming up. Now, she died twice. Unofficially, it was February 1st. Officially, I think it was the 18th or 19th, one of those 2 days. I still got to check the damn calendar. I'd set it up already for that one. But it was still pissing me off. Let's see. Yeah. It's the 19th. She must be obeyed. Ma, she's going to be in there whining at me because I'm not in there with her tonight. As usual. Said before, she wants me in there 24/7. And that's my dog for you. So I have to deal with February coming up. And that's not sitting too nice on me. But also, I've got a mortality anniversary coming up called a birthday, a natal birthday, not sobriety birthday. And I'm going to be turning 59. How do I feel about that? It'd be better if I can get this dog out of the bedroom. Come on, Mama. Nope. She's doing the head game. She wants me in there now, and she's going to complain about it. I could put her to bed, wrap her up, so she won't get cold. Excuse me for a few minutes. When you're a caregiver, it doesn't matter if you're doing it to an animal or a human being, it's still quite taxing. And sometimes I can do limits regarding humans. You can't argue with a dog. You just can't. Especially when she's an old, fussy, needing, scared puppy dog. Okay, so how am I feeling about this thing? I mean, normally I would talk to a therapist about this one. But this, on my channel, I'm talking about my own feelings about the situation. I hadn't seen my therapist in about 3 to 4 months. I don't know what the hell's going on with the damn strike. Nobody's telling me anything about it. Nobody's even telling me whether or not we've actually got my therapist coming back to do her job, which is to treat people and to listen to their issues. And unfortunately, mine is still not there unless she's already been released. And then now I have to find somebody else to bitch, gripe, and complain to. But the question is, how am I supposed to be feeling about this damn thing? Am I supposed to be panicking? I mean, truly, am I supposed to be panicking over the situation here? I hope not. I got enough issues right now as it is. And yeah, when I go into a doctor's office, doesn't matter what if it's regarding an animal doctor, a counseling office, a therapy office, or medical office, my blood pressure still goes. So yeah, I deal with that on a constant basis. I don't like it, but I'm dealing with it. So for right now, I am dealing with whatever I can deal with for right now. Not the easiest damn thing, but shit happens. Come here. Get over here. Come on. Come here. It's her paws that she can't stand it with the nails like it is. Oh, give it a rest. Give it a rest. I'm not going in there. Ugh. I could be talking about politics. I could be talking about anything else. Except you're on the number one on the hit parade, dog. Yeah, I'll give it a rest, ready? Before the New Year's kicked in, we heard about President Jimmy Carter passing away. 100 years old. I know his wife was already waiting for him. Years. They're reunited. And it took me by surprise. It took my breath away and then put me into an emotional tailspin, like a lot of the other triggers do. This one, I don't know. It was like trying to deal with Queen Elizabeth's passing when I heard about that one. When it was just news was announcing. And I'm seeing the face of my grandmother and my aunt. Oh my God. Yeah. Well, then yesterday we had the service for President Carter. I missed it entirely. Deliberately. Slept through it. I had to. I had to sleep through that damn thing. It was just driving me too much crazy on that one. I mean, seeing this happening, a passing of another person that I've actually had in a lifetime. I have never met the man, but he has made an impact. The man's made an impact. And for whatever accomplishments and things he's accomplished, done, I got respect for the guy. A lot of respect for him. And everyone else kept dumping his ass because the economic policies to them weren't working fast enough. But he did have a long-term goal. He wasn't all that dim-witted as a lot of people would have probably indicate. No, he was smart. He was smart. He knew. And then I was waiting for the Trumplican Party to mouth off left and right about President Carter. There was even discussion somewhere in the independents, even in the independent media out there, that Trump was going to get laughed at or bounced out of the service, but apparently he stayed. Nobody actually made a fuss about him being there. But he wasn't up there to give a speech either, thank God. So I was expecting him to mouth off, and then the independents would pick up on it, make it into a news story, and then go crazy on it. I didn't want to deal with it. I was just too damn stressed out over the damn crap. So yeah, naturally, go for the zeros and ones to see what the algorithms had to say and torture my ass on one thing or another. AI bots from Facebook going to get worse and worse. There's going to be chat bots on more and more of the groups and things out there. Screw that noise. I kept thinking, do I need to get rid of Facebook yet or not? I'm holding on to it. I need it. I don't want to do Twitter. I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I don't care if anybody else is touching the damn thing. I am not touching the damn thing. And I do YouTube because it's my way of communicating. Besides, every time I keep trying to communicate on Facebook of the stuff I need to communicate, it goes in one ear out the other ear. Isn't that nice? Not really. Not really. So, I tried to stay away from all this negative crap I kept saying. Didn't want to deal with it. Because I know there's a lot of things that people are talking about, and they just can't get past it. They want to keep talking about Karen situations. Okay, how about that one? I'm going over my history on the YouTube right now. How Karens will go off on a deep end because they don't like something, and they get to be put on social media because they got this thing going on. That wasn't bad enough. I know my doctor's office kept trying to make appointments for me to get stabbed. You know, I said about high blood pressure. Well, when I get near needles, I'm going to be stroking. They want me to get a flu, RSV, COVID, and inoculated. No. Not getting that damn thing done. No thank you. You can keep that crap. I don't want to get killed on that one. How about this one? Some of those people that already did their time with the January 6th riots, well, apparently the Trumplican Party wants some of those people to come back to the Capitol to support Donald Trump. Trump's still going to say that he's going to be issuing clemency and knocking off people's time. And some of the people out there are just having a conniption fit that we're going to be doing what, and even some of the Republican Party, who actually call themselves the Republican Party these days, they're saying that they don't want to deal with the maggots over there. I don't call them maggots. I call them maggots. So, yeah, that's what's going on these days. We even got Christian maggots still saying that we got to have police in places. I don't know. I came across one of those things on the group called Damage Report. Let me see if I can get this off a pause here. Well, we actually had the attacks in New Orleans and Vegas. Within hours, they were jumping. The maggots were jumping. They wanted people locked up, worse than Manzanar, that wanted to go after people of Islamic faith and go over and do the stuff that they did already back when we started up with this century of insanity. What? What? You're cold, I know. She wants me back in the bedroom again. I can't deal with that one. No, 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 not about her. No, I can't deal with these espousing out the hatred, anger, and vitriol, and they're Christian nationalists, or they're supposed to be Christian pastors, that they want to did what we did back in 2001 actually, when we were attacked. Actually, it was 2001, 9/11, and we had to go after mosques left and right. Oh well, you want it out. You want it out. You wanted this. We'll put you back on there, and you're going to be whining at me. Deal with the time we've got right now, baby. So I can't stand this one. The government's going after people left and right. They're going to be what's being passed off left and right by everybody else. We got to deal with all this anger, vitriol, racial profiling, hatred all the time. And we're going to be doing with this round two, like we did back in 2016. I can't deal with it. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like dealing with this damn crap. One other thing, or maybe two other things before I cancel out on this one here. Musk is having a field day with the media because of the bombing in Vegas, right outside of Trump Tower. The media keeps reporting that the bomber was military and he was a Trump supporter, and decided to take out his whatever was going on through his head in front of Trump Tower. To me, it was political right there, in my own opinion, in my own observation at this point. He kills himself, but in the process, it was already starting for the fireworks. The explosion happened and didn't blow the whole damn thing up. This jarred body, they got out of there. But they found out that he killed himself before the explosion. So there was probably already a detonation going on, set detonation for the fireworks and the gas bomb, and boom. But Musk doesn't like his company in any bad light, even when his own company made the damn vehicle, to a strange portion of it, that the vehicle didn't explode into thousands of pieces. Just the back end just blew up. Fireworks going off, according to what the explosions were looking like on the videos. But he doesn't want his company to be bad-mouthed. Tesla cannot be bad-mouthed because he says so. Holy crap. And he went off on Twitter. He went off on X. He was taking out people's check marks left and right, stripping critics of it, because he didn't want to be hypocritical. It was said by some of the independents out there that he's becoming more and more of a hypocrite because he's got money. He's the richest man on earth. And therefore he should have all the power and all the say. Yeah, I was trying to point out to the guy that in U.S. laws over here, he doesn't have any say, except on his own account, except in his own company. Okay, we got that. But you don't have control over everybody else's say. If they're on their own media accounts, if they're on their own social platforms, if they are part of the news corporations, they will talk, they will report. He's got nothing. What can he do? What actually can a billionaire do to a person's life? I should be asking that question out there. I should be not as a, not just as, well, maybe. I'm going to ask the question again. What can that billionaire do to me to make my life a living hell for talking out against him and his company? For what the hell he's doing? Yeah, he made some fantastic inventions that we're still using these days. Yes, he's got a space taxi system. Has he come up with a new way of extending the life of the International Space Station, or has he come up with a way of making space station? No, he wants to go to Mars. What? He doesn't want to build a colony on the moon. He doesn't invest his company's fortune on building a base on the moon. Call it the Musk Station, the Musk Lunar Station. Get his name out there. Commercialize the damn thing. Put a neon sign saying, "This is X Moon Station." Yeah, he'd make a tunnel in Las Vegas for people to go to and from in cars and also for personal conveyance in Las Vegas. Big whoop. Our climate's screwing up right now. Where was he on climate change? Fuck him. Was he in for charitable donations? Nope. Not even Trump. Charitable donations that like helping out for humanity? Dude, doesn't give a shit about that. He wants more money, more power. But in his own empire, he's king. But he's not king of the world. He may be the richest fucker around here, but I hate to tell this asshole. There's other people out there who probably got more money than him, or more money than God. What's he going to do? Control them too? Come on, let's do a resource war and see which asshole's bigger than that. Yeah, he may know how to do some fancy maneuvers on martial arts and stuff like that, but there's other people over there who may be worse than he. More ways, more one way or another. So they're going to talk about his company one way or another. What they're going to do? Shut down media because Trump and Musk are too damn. Yeah, I did say Trump tonight. Trump's staying a low profile. Musk is making all the whining. He's whining his head off left and right. You can't say that. I'm a billionaire. I make more than you. I should have more say than you. I'm the government here. No, you're not, asshole. We didn't vote your ass in. You got finagled into the damn thing by Trump. He wanted to keep you close to him, so now he's stuck with your ass. And now we got to be stuck with you, and you're going to be making all the political decisions? Fuck you, asshole. Now, how the hell are you going to make my life a living hell? I'm going to be regretting every second of it. Right now, I've got a dog that's more of a whiner than he is. I'm dealing with a whiny pup. She's old, she's frail, she's earned it. And she will argue with me because I am not in there. I'm not in there awake all the time. I am not with her all the time, but she will settle down on some occasions. I wish to God Trump would, and then Musk would. I haven't heard too much of what was happening with everybody else, but this is what the independents are going nuts over in the first place. Well, how about this one? If I'm going to continue just a few more minutes on this one. Honduras is pissed off at the United States. If or when Trump decides that he's going to be making, if he's going to be doing mass deportations, and if some of those are Hondurans, guess what? The bases we have in Honduras, ooh, say goodbye to the leases. We're going to be losing Central America. That's what's been reported. That's what's being reported. How does that grab you? Okay, so other than that, we'll see what tomorrow brings for Monday. I got to deal with She Must Be Obeyed. Madam Fuss Budget is screaming her head off because I'm not paying attention to her. You know what the bitch of it is? It's when she stops altogether and suddenly silent in this place. I'm going to miss that. Seriously.